Welcome to Stories Through My Voice. And this is where our story begins.
Kenneth had just finished dropping Trey off when he pulled over and took out the license again. Beverly's picture stared back at him. His eyes lingered longer than he meant them to. He wasn't even sure what he was looking for. Maybe he was trying to decide if she was pretty, if something about her stood out. He frowned and shook his head. Why am I even thinking about this? It didn't matter. He wasn't interested. He was very happy with Ashley. Besides, Beverly wasn't even his type. Thinking about Ashley made him smile. He hoped she'd calmed down since earlier. He couldn't wait to get home to her, to smooth things over, to just be with her. Kenneth glanced down at the license one more time before typing the address into his GPS. He started the engine, turned up the radio, and let his favorite music fill the car as he headed toward Beverly's place to return what she'd lost. As Kenneth drove into the apartment complex, he slowed the car and scanned the building numbers. When he spotted 34, he knew he was close. A moment later, he found an empty parking space and pulled in. Stepping out of the car, he looked around. The complex was surprisingly nice, quiet, clean, surrounded by tall trees and well-kept landscaping. She lives pretty well, he thought. I wonder what kind of job she has. With Beverly's license tucked safely in his pocket, he headed toward the staircase and climbed to the second floor. Apartment numbers lined the walkway, and soon he saw it. 36. He stopped. A sudden wave of guilt washed over him. He remembered the moment in the parking lot, the way Beverly had fallen, the sound of her things scattering across the pavement, and how he and Trey had laughed. Not at her directly, but loud enough that she absolutely heard them, loud enough to hurt. For a moment he considered turning around. He could just mail the license to her, avoid the awkwardness, avoid facing what he'd done. But he was already here, and something inside him told him he needed to follow through. Kenneth walked up to the door, took a steadying breath, and knocked. And